Well, folks, we are once again hunting for the big board games, but before I start, here is my rant of the week.
Fireball Island. Why do I want this game so stinking bad? Let me tell you something. If you want to get Fireball Island for cheap, unless you happen to get lucky and find it at a thrift store for $2, there is no stinking way you can get it for cheap. I've tried every way, and you just can't do it. The game costs like $10,000, and unfortunately, I'm in that mood where I really, really want the game because I can't have it. I'm psychologically impaired or something. The only way I can get this game for cheap is I ask my wife to put the parts on her birthday list and her Christmas list, and then I can go ahead and do the same thing. And then maybe, just maybe, I can get the game for about $2,000 to $3,000. Why? Because I'm crazy.
And that concludes our rant of the week. So, continuing on, last week, pretty okay week. I found a couple of small little games, Perudo and Probe, and then I found a game called Crazy Like a Fox that isn't the best game in the world, but the components were really nice apparently, and the dice go for about $10, so not too bad. Anyway, let's see what we can find this week. Enjoy and let's go. It's the charade game, ladies and gentlemen. It's charades like it's ever been played before. Here, see if you can guess what this one is. 2 words. Not interested. Correct. The game of Cootie. Yeah, lovely. I really hope that this game doesn't have any expansions.
Stop!
Well, I'll tell you what, I have seen this game about 4 times this week in 4 different places. Monopoly, NASCAR, Official Collector's Edition. I'm not really into racing, and I got about 1,000 Monopoly games, so I'm going to leave this one.
That's uncalled for. I mean, it's just stupid.
Black Box, the ultimate game of hide and seek. That looks interesting. Well, it's not every day you see pinball games up for sale, but in this case, yeah. Here's a game called Manhunt, the electric computer detective game. I like these little kinds of games, but this box is beating up all the tarnation. I might take a look at it anyway. Well, thus far we found a game called Black Box by Black Box by Parker Brothers, some old hide and seek game. Anyway, it looks like a pretty cool little find. I got it for like $4, so let's see what else we can find. Escapades. Let's encourage the kids to steal and plunder. There's a front porch classic game called Circa Baseball, a classic pinball style game. This looks really cool. The components look really nice. I'm going to check this one out and see if it's got everything in it. I went ahead and decided to get the baseball game that was new in the package. Only thing was the field is just a little bit off center and there's like a home run hole, and so if you hit the ball up that little ramp, it's going to go more towards here than it will be towards the center. All in all, though, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep it. It was a pretty good deal. Here's a game called Piranha Panic from Mattel, and I can't help but laugh at the fact that there's a fish that looks really happy that he's about to be eaten. Here's a copy of a game called Kids Say the Darndest Things with Mr. Art Linkletter and, of course, everyone's favorite Bill Cosby. What's the worst present you ever got? Well, if anyone got me this game for Christmas, I would say this game. Book Chase. This is a trivia game about books. And just in case you need to know which books you need to read, there's only a few that you have to have knowledge of in order to play this game effectively. I can't really think of a more embarrassing way to die than by chocolate. Yeah, he was a good man, but he just got taken out by that Hershey bar. Well, we have quite a few board games here. Let's take a look. Here's an old game called Booby Trap. One false move and we actually have a newer version of the game, and it's a pretty cool little game. But again, I hope that they don't have any expansions for this one. Here's an interesting looking game called Mad Spy vs. Spy, an exploding tunnel building game of risk and rivalry. I think the object of this game is you're trying to collect as many bombs as possible. I can think of one person that I could use to help find bombs.
Tell me where the bomb is!
Tell me where the bomb is.
Where is the bomb? Tell me where the bomb is!
Here's an old game called Jack and the Beanstalk, and you can kind of tell the giant is from Florida due to the fact that he's wearing flip-flops. Here's a game from the Avalon Hill company called Robin Hood, and Avalon Hill typically makes some pretty good games. Interesting, but it's a little bit too high for me to buy, so I'm going to leave it. Here's a real old game called Spot Cash. I think this is a rare game. It's a new game of logic and skill. Here's a copy of a game called The $6 Million Man. I don't know who this guy thinks he is, but he way overcharges for his services. Let's see what this guy does. Steve Austin rescues stranded astronaut, prevents a nuclear blackmail attempt, knocks down an international crime ring, and locates an underwater missile network. I wonder what this guy did later in life. Here's a game I've never heard of, Kreskin's EST. You have extra sensory perception. Will the mystery pendulum answer your questions about love, career, finance, travel? The answer?
No! 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 No!
Now, I know that Star Wars games are extremely popular, but for those of you who are interested, this is actually one of the first games that ever came out, 1977 board game. Just thought I'd share this with you for historical reasons. Hey! Well, here's a surprise. I'm in this small little thrift store, and they happen to have this nice copy of Pandemic for $3. Yeah, I'll definitely grab this. I'll just have to make sure it's complete. Oh, look at this. This is brand new, still sealed and everything. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this home with me, yeah.
He scores!
Well, folks, we got a pretty happy board gamer. 3 games, 1 old, 2 new. If you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe. Thanks and have a great day.